Okay, so St. Michael says to detach. We've got to detach from the situation. And we're going to have to get a little bit more light. Can't really see. We're going to have to go over here. Gonna have to go over here. Yeah. We've got detached from the situation. Let's get our chair here. And then we're going to go ahead and shuffle these. Now, in Astro last night, we sealed up the past. Like I said, we've been working on that. Every time a past item comes up in your mind, try to just stop it and move on to the present. Okay, I've been practicing it. It's not easy. They gave me an analogy, okay? They said, okay, so you're making a cake. You went to Walmart, you bought all the ingredients. You come home, you grab down the mixing bowl, and you reminisce because it was your grandma's mixing bowl, and you're mixing up the batter and you're thinking about old times when you used to cook with your grandma. Okay, those are fine memories, but we need to stop them and be thinking about the moment and not keep going back to the old book. This is going to take some time. I want you guys to work on it in the physical avatar because we've already sealed all of your grandma's stuff in the old book in Astro. Now, to continue on with that analogy, we take the batter and we put it into the pan and we're putting it in the oven and we leave it there. Okay, that's that chapter that we sealed. It's in the oven. God's taking all of your past, all of your assignments. He's taking them. We've got them sealed and we're just going to move forward with our new book. Okay, so once that cake comes out and we put it on the table and we let it cool, right? And we frost it and we're eating the cake. We don't let our mind go back and say, well, I need to put this banana cake back in the oven. That don't even come to our mind because it's over, it's done with. We're enjoying the banana cake. We're talking about how it tastes, right? Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get at. Your new chapter is to be eaten now, to be done now, okay? So all the stuff in the past, grandma giving you the bowl, you going to the store, buying the ingredients, you mixing the cake, all of that's done. You don't sit there and rehash it. You sit there and you enjoy the taste of the cake. It's out of the oven, right? Well, that's how we want to look at our life. We really have to. If we keep going back into the past, it's keeping us on a lower timeline. Again, the other analogy they wanted me to tell you about, I touched on it yesterday with the horse, and I said, you can't get on that horse with a big package on your back. You have to have that stuff left behind, okay? It's like I tell you, okay, you're going to have to get on a plane, and there's only one carry-on allowed. And here you've got 3 suitcases sitting here and a carry-on. You can't take those 3 cases with you. You only can take one carry-on. So it's going to be hard, right, to get rid of them 3 suitcases because you got a lot of stuff in there that you like. So, this ain't going to be easy, but the rules are the rules. You can't check anything in. You have to only come on the plane with one carry-on. You're going to get on the plane, you're going to go on your trip, you're going to go to your highest timeline, or you're going to let them 3 suitcases that you have to leave behind stop you. And they really wanted me to talk about this today because somebody's not detaching. You're staying stuck on a low timeline because of all this past stuff. Whether it's past memories, whether it's just nostalgic thinking, it's got to go. So every time I sit here and I start thinking about the past, click it off. No, right now is this moment, right this moment. So that's where we're at in Astro. We're teaching you how to do this in your physical body, and we're sealing the past. So, meaning back to the analogy, we're getting rid of grandma's bowls. We're getting rid of the memories. We're getting rid of the 3 suitcases. And yes, I keep hearing, oh, that's too hard. That's too hard to get rid of this stuff. Oh, I have so many memories. Okay, well, once again, if you're not going to just get on the plane with your one carry-on, which is only the stuff you need in the present moment for that day, you're going to be on a lower timeline. And that's okay. You don't have to be like me and want the highest timeline. But, the Lion and the Virgin, we want to be on them white horses. We want to be in this movie. We don't want to be in the 4D movie of what's going to happen here. Oh, it's going to be fine. You're going to be here 200-300 years, up to 1,000, rebuilding all the hospitals and everything that was corrupt. I don't want that. I want the highest timeline. I want to be like the Marvel characters that get to just come back in and help. Okay, so you guys decide. You're in Astro. That's what we're doing. Okay, we're sealing off all the old soul contracts, all the old everything. We're detaching. It's a major detach class inside of the Lion and the Virgin class. Okay, so enough on that. I hope you got what I was saying. Watch yesterday's video. Watch this part over again. Try to understand the analogies. They're both great analogies. God is so good. Okay, so we have focus on divine and perfect health. They'd rather have you just focus on your health and on right now. Focus on perfect, it says, and divine health. And it says to have confidence. We are going to pick some cards to go under these. Spend more time outdoors. Positive thoughts create positive results. Okay. And we have prayer will help the situation. Now, we're going to go a little bit deeper. That was St. Michael talking. He said to focus on perfect and divine health. You do that by having confidence, spending time outdoors, praying, and being positive. Favorable outcome, the Sun card was randomly at the bottom of the deck of the Light Seers. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle this deck. And we've got some company. Hello. You going to help us with the cards? I figured you would. I know you love these cards. And what's so important is we do this stuff in Astro, and it's permanent. These sealings are permanent. Then what we do is we go ahead and we bring it into our physical realm. And that's where it's hard, because everything reminds you of everything, but it can only remind you of the past because the present isn't here. But we're in quantum now, so the present is here. The present, the past, and the future are all in the same zone, okay? And it's all running simultaneously. This is such hard thinking. That's why I tell you guys to go deeper down the rabbit hole with the quantum stuff, because this stuff is opposite of what we've been programmed. But we're leaving the matrix and we're putting in new programming with our higher self and the astro. So if you're watching this right now, this may be too deep of a channel for you, okay? And then you may want to go to a different channel. Instead of putting comments on the live screen that might be negative or doubting or not believing, just go to a different channel, okay? 11:19 on the clock. Because for the people that do understand quantum physics, quantum everything, that's what we're talking about here. And this station is going to be deep, okay? Now, St. Michael just told you what to do. He said to focus on divine and perfect health. Underneath that is the devil in reverse, okay? The devil in reverse is the overall energy. Now, I wanted to tell you too that all week we've had 3 devils and they've all been in reverse in the last week or two. And we're getting him hardly ever. And I don't know how many of you are feeling him, but I'm not. You know, they're going on, the evil spirits are moving off into those other timelines. So I told you, if you're going to be on this highest timeline, it's kind of like that airplane ride. If you're going to go on this trip with your one carry-on, right? There's only certain people on that plane. There's only certain people that are allowed in the movie, The Lion and the Virgin. There's only certain people that can ride them white horses with them gold shields, okay? Not everybody gets to. That's why I said it's shifting. Everything's shifting. The place that's the highest timeline doesn't have a devil, and that's why he's been in reverse. This is the 4th time I think he's been in reverse or not shown at all. This is where we want to be. This is the whole purpose of all of us coming back so many times. It's to eliminate evil. Not just the cabal, not just the pedophiles, not just the abusers, the whole evil system, the whole evil everything. Okay, so underneath the devil in reverse, we have the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is usually my courageous and daring card. In this deck, it's more of a card of contemplating, looking out the window, being alone, just like we're kind of doing now, all right? Just kind of watching a video, trying to get some understanding of everything. And then on the top of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And the reason it's in reverse is because I'm drawn to the upside down stop sign, stoplight. We really don't have to do anything right now. The spirit world's saying all of your work is really being done in astro, but the things that you have to do right now is the physical brain stopping your brain from thinking about the past. Okay? Once again, if you keep thinking about them 3 suitcases, all the stuff in them that you had to leave behind, you're going to ruin your trip. You're going to ruin the fun that you're having on the plane and on your new destination. So you're not going to keep reminiscing about your 3 suitcases that you had to leave behind. You're going to get over that real quick, aren't you? That's just where we're at. It's a weird place. It's that place of, I know I have to do this, but it's not easy. Okay, that's just where we're at. Okay, then we've got the 2 of Swords. That's that decision that we're making. That's that part where I said we have to be courageous and daring. We have to just pause, and we just have to say, you know what? 3 of Pentacles in reverse it was. We just have to just pause and say, hey, the Devil's in reverse. I'm going on my greatest timeline. I'm going on this trip. I'm taking just my carry-on. I'm having confidence that all my needs will be met. When I get there, they said that everything that I left in my suitcases will be there. Well, how perfect is that? Then I don't even need them, right? Well, the same thing with that cake. You're sitting there enjoying that cake after it came out of the oven. You're not sitting there thinking about when you went to the store and you bought the ingredients. You're not sitting there thinking about, oh boy, this is grandma's bowl and I have to get rid of it. See the thinking is just so old program. You can't be on the highest timeline and have these old programs. Another analogy is going out with a new person and talking the whole time about your ex. You know how good that's going to go over. Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands in reverse, and that's good because this way it's that in and out energy that I talk about. This way it's not the in and out energy. We don't want the in and out energy, okay? We want an energy that's solid. We want the highest timeline. We're sealing the past. We're getting on that plane with our 1 carry-on, and we're going forward. So I keep repeating myself because we're kind of like in a holding pattern. That's another way to explain it with the airplane analogy. We're in a holding pattern. We're on the plane. We've decided to take just the 1 carry-on, leave the 3 suitcases behind, and now we're in a holding pattern because of the fact that 17:53 on the clock, because we're in that 17 episode there, that 17 where we have to just let the movie play out. Okay? We're going to our destination. We're not at our destination yet. We're going to, but we had to be on the highest timeline to get to the destination. You understand that? Okay. Can't be on a different plane to get to where we're going. We have to be on this plane, the highest timeline. We had to seal off the past in astro. Now that we're on that highest timeline, on that flight, now we're in the holding pattern. Okay, so that's the energy today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. We have the last card out is the moon, and we're getting rid of the illusions. We're coming up out of that water, see? We're not drowning no more. Now, for some of you that are staying behind and going off of this channel, I would suggest, because if you're not going to be on the highest timeline, you really don't need to pay attention to this channel because it's not going to resonate. And it's not going to, you're going to just be confused. So stay on the highest timeline. We've sealed the past. We're sealing the past, right? We're getting rid of all the illusions. And we're going towards our abundance. But as you see, he's walking that horse. Because once again, I said we're in that holding pattern. We're not going real quick. We're just kind of hanging out right now. But we can't be hanging out and thinking anything about those 3 suitcases that we left behind. Okay, I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.